Jaguars, his second year. And a win tonight, as we've said, I think 31 times already. They'll be the #1 seed after 13 weeks. And Zach Taylor will get into the job that he's done trying to piece it together now without Joe Burrow. Jaguars won the toss. They defer. So we'll see Jake Browning and the Cincinnati offense to start. Travion Williams from about the 1. Out near the 22. Take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Dawn Platinum. Jake Browning at quarterback. Joe Mixon is the tailback. They get T. Higgins back. And the offensive line, Troy, the rare group that has started the same 5 every game all season long.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that, Joe, not only have all 5 started every game this year, but only 17 snaps missed in total by that offensive group, and that was by Orlando Brown, the left tackle. So they've had rare unity throughout this season up front.
Mixon carries and gets across the 25 to the 26, gets 4. And Jake Browning, who is playing in his 4th game, making his 2nd start. There are the numbers in his 1st start. Not bad. And actually, when they left the field at the end of that loss to the Steelers, 16-10, he wasn't all that happy. Neither was Zach Taylor. They went back and looked at the film and said, he did better than they thought he did in the moment. See how they coordinate that offense tonight. A handoff is to Chase Brown over the right side as they're just trying to establish the ground game, something they did not do against the Steelers last week. He gets 2, and it's 3rd down coming up for Zach Taylor.
Well, how about that? Chase Brown getting his first carry of the season, a young player out of Illinois. But they had the nice run on 1st down to Mixon, and now sets up 3rd and medium. A down overall that this Cincinnati team has really had a tough time with.
4 for 21 in converting on 3rd down their last 2 games combined. First throw complete. And then with the effort after the catch, it may be enough for a 1st down by Tanner Hudson. And they're going to give a 1st down on that last lunge by Hudson, who's become a favorite target for Jake Browning.
And look at him now. They go to the hurry up. They're going to get right back on the line of scrimmage.
Looked right, looked left, throws left, pass is caught. And then going backward is Tyler Boyd, who has his helmet ripped off, and a gain of 2. And a flag comes down on the near side, away from where that tackle was made.
Yeah, that flag came in late as well.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense number 95. It's a 15-yard penalty and automatic.
So Roy Robertson Harris from the back of the helmet rips it right off.
Same thing as grabbing that face mask. It's the correct call from grabbing the opening or the back of the helmet and ripping it off.
So that tacks on 15 yards. That's the voice of John Perry, our rules expert, already chiming in and already out to their own 49 of the Bengals. Quick throw, pass caught by Chase. And Jamar gets dumped with a loss of 3 by Darius Williams, who's part of this Jaguars defense that's a bit underrated. Coordinated by Mike Caldwell, an 11-year pro as a linebacker in this league, and he's got a big man in 41 Josh Allen, who's coming off 2.5 sack game in their win in Houston.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he is a bona fide pass rusher, really the only true pass rusher that this defense has. Mike Caldwell able to scheme up a lot of things to free up other players. Done a nice job coordinating this group.
Handoff here to Brown, his 2nd carry. And Chase takes it into Jaguar territory, got 6. Trayvon Walker, who was the #1 overall pick out of the draft a year ago, makes that stop. 3rd down coming up.
Well, Joe, they've had a couple nice runs already on this opening drive. And as we talked about, Cincinnati has really struggled to run the football for the past several years, quite honestly. and that hurt them last week. They abandoned it pretty quickly against Pittsburgh. I don't foresee that happening tonight, but it's been positive, some of the things they've been able to do already against this group that's usually pretty good defensively against them.
3rd down and 7, and this one complete but short as Jamar Chase is brought down by Darius Williams. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, Darius Williams, it was actually a good job by Browning in recognizing the inside technique of Darius Williams, because if this ball had been thrown inside, there's a good chance it was going to be intercepted. So he sees where the defensive back is shaded, throws it away from him. Now, not enough to get the 1st down, but they're going for it here.
4th down and 3. And an early peek into the mindset of Zach Taylor here tonight. Browning is wrapped up in the backfield and sacked. Josh Allen's got another, and he was not alone. A loss of 5, and the Jaguars take over on downs. So Zach Taylor went for it on 4th down and 3. Big number 41. Sack number 13 on the year. Gives it to the offense for the Jaguars. No score.
The NFL on TSN is brought to you in part by FanDuel, official sportsbook of the National Football League.
You think the holidays go by quickly? Football goes by quickly. So cherish every rush pass and rush pass turn pick six with withdrawals on FanDuel in as little as 2 hours if you win. Because holiday football won't last forever, and soon it'll just be March.
FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook.
Feels like the whole world is working to take from you. Thanks. Like bank fees. Seriously?
The climate crisis is here and more urgent than ever. We're taking action to face this global challenge. Regulating greenhouse gas emissions from electricity production. Investing to make Canada's power grids more energy efficient. And incentivizing industries to reduce greenhouse gases. Learn more about how we're taking action to help move towards a cleaner future at canada.ca/climatecrisis. A message from the Government of Canada.
In 44% of games, the winning team came back in the 4th quarter. And 24% of games were decided by 3 points or fewer.
Here's the snap, and it is good. A heartbreaking defeat.
This game is unpredictable.
This is unbelievable.
And unbelievable happens. So if you bet, set limits. Never chase your losses. And only bet what you can afford to lose. Learn more at responsibleplay.org.
The Amazing Race, Wednesday on CTV.
Well, the Bengals were able to move the ball a bit, able to move it on the ground pretty well on that opening possession, but they turn it over on downs as the Jaguars defense, which is playing well, made a stop near midfield as Allen got the sack, and here is Trevor Lawrence. Threw for 364 and a touchdown at Houston last week. Looking left, throwing left, he's got a man, and the pass is caught by Kirk. And Kirk not able to get up. Absolutely wide open, a 26-yard completion, but one of their big weapons on the outside, Christian Kirk, is getting looked at.
Well, let's take a look at it. You're right. Total bust in coverage, but Christian Kirk, who's having an excellent year. Exactly what happens to him, hard to know, but boy, if he's not able to go, this is a significant injury for this Jaguars offense.
That is catch number 57 on the year for Kirk, who put together a career year last season. And his catches per game average actually up from a year ago. But he is still down. 26 yards to start the night for Trevor Lawrence.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On BetMGM Casino.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery, but there's just no substitute for tough like this. A tough like this goes by just one name.
Are we about to witness baby's first words? Let's hear them! Oh, drowned out by the blender. Rookie move. Oh, so sad. Audio Magic Eraser? You kidding me? Hello! Pixel in the clutch! Share that with Grandma. Google Pixel 8. Even better with Bell.
Financial goals. At Fidelity, we know that everyone's got them, and they're all different. But the one thing we share, we all want to get to them sooner.
Hey! It's showtime.
Oh, this is unbelievable. I really think you're onto something there.
The Masked Singer. New episode Wednesday, 8/9 Mountain on CTV.
Let's play Snake Oil.
A new game show based on a classic scam. Snake Oil, hosted by David Spade. Wednesday at 7/10 Mountain on CTV.
Well, you can see how much pain Christian Kirk is in as he makes his way off the field and will head in to get looked at. That throw kind of floated a little bit from Trevor Lawrence and made Christian spin around a bit.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get it to him in stride, and so as Christian Kirk kind of had to turn, it looked like that's where it might have occurred. But like I said, that's a, you know, they just said finally Zay Jones getting him back, getting the full arsenal back, but that's a big loss.
Here's Ridley. And Calvin Ridley with a nice carry. Got a good block from Evan Ingram and a pickup of 11 as the former Atlanta Falcon showed off that speed, and he's got plenty of it. Last 16 regular season games, as good as there is around the NFL for Trevor Lawrence and this team in general.
Yeah, he's really come along. I like everything I've seen from Trevor Lawrence, and I know that the critics, they'll nitpick a few things here and there, and there are times when you'll kind of scratch your head a little bit, but I think that's true of all quarterbacks. But I really like the way he's playing.
First touch for ETN, gets to the 11. The offense, which is coordinated by Press Taylor, the younger brother of Zach Taylor. Zach, the head coach of Cincinnati. Press is the offensive coordinator now for the full game this year for Doug Peterson. There's his lineup to the left. And as Troy said, they get Zay Jones, hope to get him healthy and flowing back in the offense, and they lose Christian Kirk.
Yeah, you know, Doug Peterson groomed Press Taylor the way that Andy Reid groomed him in Kansas City.
Here's Ridley. Out on the edge, Awuzie makes the stop. And a gain of just 2, so third down coming up for Jacksonville, their first possession of the night.
Well, in this Bengals defense, they have really had a tough time this year. And to go back to that first play where Christian Kirk got injured, this is a defense that's given up a lot of big plays. They've given up big plays on the ground. They've given up big plays in the air. And to start this game, giving up that completion to Christian Kirk on just a blown coverage.
Third down and 4. Lawrence has to dance around, and now off he goes. Didn't get it. Jermaine Pratt made that strong tackle, and now it's 4th down the other way. Pressure by DJ Reader, who, of all the players up front for the Cincinnati Bengals, he's been playing the best.
Well, and Joe, you talked about it coming into this game, just for a guy that Trevor Lawrence's size, for him to be able to run the way that he does, that's a pretty good example of it there. No surprise that Doug Peterson is going for it here. He's the one several years back with Philadelphia that was one of the more aggressive head coaches when it came to analytics and going for it on 4th down.
Lawrence will take it and get it. It's 1st down and goal for Jacksonville. He had the rookie Bigsby behind him. And it's 1st and goal from inside the 5.
Yeah, I don't know what Trevor Lawrence squats. You know, we talk about Jalen Hurts squatting 600 pounds, but at 6'6", 220 pounds himself, he didn't need any assistance for that one.
ETN back in the lineup to the right of Lawrence from the 4. ETN on the pitch. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And you know, Evan Engram on that possession threw a couple of good blocks, and his block is what got ETN into the end zone there.
No question, the guy who leads the team in receptions is really having a nice season, and here he is, number 17. He made a nice block earlier on this drive, and then he's the one who seals it for ETN to get into the end zone. That's really good work. Taking that drive, the opening possession, and capitalizing off the big play to open the game and getting the touchdown.
So they get the stop defensively, take the ball over on downs, and go down the field, convert a 4th down, and get the first points of the night. ETN, touchdown number 8 on the ground this season. 7-zip, Jacksonville.
You think the holidays go by quickly? Football goes by quickly. So cherish every rush, pass, and rush pass turn pick six with withdrawals on FanDuel in as little as 2 hours if you win. Because holiday football won't last forever, and soon it'll just be March.
FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook.
Bright lights everywhere.
Ferrero Rocher, smooth milk chocolate, crunchy hazelnut, lovingly layered and wrapped in gold. Ferrero Rocher.
When it comes to power, where and when you need it, there's no such thing as second best. No shared podium for class exclusive power, because there's no substitute for F-150. Right now, get this offer on your F-150, only at your local Ford store.
Introducing the new BP Square Footer. So loaded with delicious toppings from edge to crispy edge, you're gonna take one look and think, whoa, this one's a fork and knifer. The new Square Footer at Boston Pizza.
At 7-Eleven, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that you have a one-stop place to shop in the neighborhood. Groceries, meals, snacks, treats, essentials, hot and cold beverages, Slurpee. In-store or delivered to your door 24/7. That's 7-Eleven. Double up on value with Seb's Double Ups. Buy one, get one free offers, including your favorite drinks, craveable snacks, and Slurpee. 7-Eleven. More for you in the neighborhood.
Let's play Snake Oil.
A new game show based on a classic scam. Snake Oil, hosted by David Spade. Wednesday at 7:10 Mountain on CTV.
Beautiful night, early December. Nice night to be up above. Our aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. Down below, the Jaguars get just their 3rd opening drive touchdown for the season and lead 7-0 over Cincinnati. Bengals will get the ball for the 2nd time. Bengals did not convert a 4th down when they had it. Jacksonville did in the early lead. Here is Trayvon Williams. Little room out there on that far side, and a good return as Brandon McManus, the kicker, makes the tackle, and a flag is down, sitting back at the 27 of Cincinnati. Here is Scott Novak.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 49. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Joe Bocci was guilty of that hold. In the pregame, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and the Jaguars defensive lineman Dwan Smoot surprised Byron Robinson with tickets to Super Bowl 58. Robinson, a Jacksonville native, is the founder of the Better Dads Society, an organization that teaches and mentors men to be the best fathers they can be and equip them with the tools needed to support their families. What a great initiative. And congratulations to Byron Robinson. He is going to Super Bowl 58 in Vegas. Here's Browning. There's Chase. Not much, 1.5 yards. And that's the plan tonight.
Yeah.
Get the ball to Jamar Chase and guys on the outside quick and let them do their thing.
Well, when we talked to Zach Taylor, asked him what the plan was coming in to start this game, and he said get the ball to Jamar Chase and see what he can do and turn it into an Oklahoma drill on the outside. We've seen Cincinnati now on the first possession, and to start this one, yes, get the ball out quick. They haven't had, really anything to show for these completions, but after the harassment that Jake Browning had last week and some of the sacks that he took, they're trying to help make some of these decisions a little bit easier for him.
Blitz coming off the edge. Mixon on a screen. And that was well drawn up. Mixon still rumbling. Out across the 45. Blitz coming from the left. They screen it to the right. And Mixon for 28.
Yeah, it's the perfect call. So they got the blitz opposite of where the screen pass is going. And anytime you're going to be then in man coverage and you have a screen, if you can pick off the guy who's responsible for the back, you've got a chance to create a big play. And that's what happened. This is really a good job also by Mixon, because he makes that guy miss, and then he's off.
28 yards for 28. Is in his 7th year out of Oklahoma. 2nd-round pick in 2017, and a first down at the 46. Handoff is to Chase Brown, and a nice move. A missed tackle, and Brown has got 10+. Darius Williams couldn't bring him down. And Chase Brown, who was back from a hamstring injury and off IR, activated last week, gets 15 yards.
Well, that's a good job up front by this offensive line, and Chase Brown getting into the action here in the early going. Yeah, he sees the hole. He's got good vision, and you see that he's able to make Darius Williams miss, and just a really nice job. 2 good plays put together back to back with the screen to Mixon and then to Chase Brown.
They've got T. Higgins back in their lineup. That was him in motion. Here's Jamar Chase one-on-one with Williams, and Darius Williams couldn't bring him down right away, and it turns into a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I know the thought, as we said, as far as getting the ball into Jamar Chase's hands quickly, was that Darius Williams, he does tend to play off coverage a little bit more, and so you create some of that space, but he's playing a little bit tighter here tonight because it doesn't take long to understand that the ball's coming out quick and what Cincinnati is trying to do offensively.
2nd down and 6. Here's Chase again, looking like he might throw. And he throws back to Browning, and Browning is brought to the ground by Chason. A loss of 8 on a play that might have looked good on the bus coming over, but didn't look good in practicality.
Yeah, that when he turned to throw it, I think based on where Jake Browning is on the field, if he knew where he was, just drop that ball. Don't get your first career reception.
Joe Burrow's over on the bench going, I'm glad they ran that with him. 3rd down and 13. Here's Jamar Chase. He breaks 1 tackle, takes it inside the 40. Well, Rayshon Jenkins made the stop, a gain of 3. It's 4th down. And the field goal unit and Evan McPherson is going to come on for a long field goal attempt of 57. So that loss on the play, the throw to Browning, a loss of 8, makes this a much more difficult attempt for Evan McPherson. 6 of 10 from 50+. McPherson hits the crossbar, no good. And like the Bengals did the first time they had it, they hand the ball to the Jaguars with outstanding field position after that. 57-yard try, no good. Jags have it up 7.
The NFL on TSN is brought to you in part by TSN Plus, the new home of NFL Red Zone. Subscribe now at tsn.ca/subscribe.
Come home for the holidays with CTV Life.
I want to make dreams come true right here.
And feel-good movies sure to warm your heart. Holiday movies all season long on CTV Life. Contact your TV provider.
Where do you believe Santa's magic comes from? Does it come from the gifts he gives? Does Santa's magic come from his four-legged friends? Or his midnight snack? Or maybe Santa's magic isn't magic at all. Maybe it's the kindness within each of us. And that's something we all can believe in. Happy holidays from Tim's.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery, but there's just no substitute for tough like this. A tough like this goes by just one name.
We have to be able to repair the enamel on a daily basis. With Pro Enamel Repair, more minerals are able to enter deep into the enamel surface. This way, we're going to be able to repair the already damaged enamel.
Watch this. We get the team it up, know that we making them nervous. This in a battle, we can't have discussion, no talking about doing the verses. Yeah, y'all wanting a good time? Let's make it a good one. Make it a good one. Could be 1 in a million, so make it a good one.
The Amazing Race, Wednesday on CTV.
Last 2 field goal attempts against the Jaguars have hit the crossbar. Matt Amendola missed and hit the bar from 58, trying to tie the game last week in Houston toward the end of regulation. And now this 57-yard try by McPherson hits the crossbar, and the Jaguars have it at their own 47, up 7. They're without Christian Kirk. We'll get an injury update in a moment. Lawrence fakes it to Etienne, airs it out for Ridley. Contact, no flag, pass incomplete. But Jordan Battle, the rookie safety, back there, and he's moved into a starting role these days for the Bengals.
Well, this is interesting, the approach that we're seeing from Jacksonville. They're taking another, to open up this drive, take another shot. You see the activity down at the other end. I don't know how much. I didn't see a whole lot there. Did you, John? Well, a little contact. What did you think?
But at the time, it's a bang-bang play. The hand does go on the helmet. But based on real time, that call's not going to be made.
And it wasn't. 2nd down and 10. Pass to the outside. Parker Washington, the rookie, has his first catch. And we'll get an injury update or 2 from Lisa Salters.
Well, Joe, the Jaguars are saying it's a groin injury for Christian Kirk. He's questionable to return. And one of their corners, Trey Herndon, is also now back in the locker room being evaluated for a concussion.
Well, he's their slot corner, Herndon. Kirk is the deep threat in the offense for Lawrence, and he'll have to lean more on Zay Jones in that department. It's 3rd down and 4. Pass is behind Jones, incomplete. 4th down, and the punt team comes on for the Jaguars.
Well, they got exactly what they wanted to. They've got Zay Jones. He runs a good route right there in the middle. Number 7, you're going to see the route that he makes, and a lot of separation. Couldn't tell there was a hand on it by B.J. Hill. Looks like he might have gotten a hand on that. I was going to say, based on where Zay Jones was and Trevor trying to get him the football, you know, obviously he's more accurate than that, but it looked like B.J. Hill might have got a finger on it.
Logan Cook is having a good year, the punter for the Jaguars, trying to pin it down inside the 10, which he has done on a fair catch by Charlie Jones. We'll go off to the side, and we're back in 30 after a word from T-Mobile.
I have an idea. Let's get your dad this blender for his birthday.
That man loves a smoothie.
Loves it.
Ooh, my sisters will go in with us.
Like they went in last year.
Okay, here's an idea. Split with Friends in the RBC mobile app divides the cost between everyone and sends them a request to pay.
Handy.
And they get automatic reminders.
Can we send one for last year too?
Should we? Yes.
Get Split with Friends, another powerful benefit of RBC Vantage.
Last week, Jake Browning made his first start since the Rose Bowl in January of 19 for his Washington Huskies. A 5-point loss to Ohio State. This is the first year that he's been the top backup to Joe Burrow. Brandon Allen was out last year. He signed with the 49ers in the offseason, and here is Jake Browning, who was unbelievable in high school and a record setter at Washington, making his 2nd NFL start. A gain of 8 by Chase Brown. And just to tell you, put some numbers to what the approach is tonight with Browning, who's 8 for 8. 45 yards, but his longest throw has been 3 yards downfield.
Yeah, they've gotten what they had hoped for in the run game. Chase Brown has really done a nice job, you know, here to open up this game. So they're having more success in that regard. They're staying ahead of the chains when they have run the football. They just haven't yet gotten anything going beyond the line of scrimmage in the passing game.
Here is a handoff to Brown, and he's bottled up. Now a loss on the play of 2. Play made by Allen and Gregory Jr.
Yeah, Allen just comes right off the edge. They don't block him. And one of the reasons why this Jacksonville defense is so good against the run is because they overload the box. You see the single high safety. You see that a lot. And Mike Caldwell, his philosophy is we are going to make a team one-dimensional. Now, Cincinnati, like I said, they have had some success running, but they went backwards on that 2nd down play.
Trying to get a free 5 at the end of the quarter, and the Jaguars don't jump. And why wouldn't they load up and make Jake Browning try and beat him downfield? So far, that hasn't happened. Jaguars with a home lead. Their first Monday Night Football game at home in 12 years. 7-zip after 1 in Duval County.
Just as a stag loses its antlers each year, we believe in letting down our guard. It's how we go forward, how we grow stronger, and how we make our whiskey. Glenfiddich, where next?
With DashPass from DoorDash, get more to your door for less. Groceries, self-care, restaurants, and snacks. With no delivery fees and savings on every order. Dash that with DashPass from DoorDash. Start your 30-day free trial now.
For the front row watchers, the couch coaches, and the serious snackers, huddle with your home team, M&M's for all fun kind.
At Fidelity, we know that everyone's got financial goals, and they're all different. But the one thing we share, we all want to get to them sooner.
This season of The Amazing Race has been anything but predictable. With bigger challenges.
Oh, the
of this tarantula is tasty.
Not looking down.
And bigger episodes than ever before.
They're wiggling!
Get into The Amazing Race. Wednesday at 9:30, 7 Mountain on CTV. Stream on all your favorite devices.
I intend to bring the great city of New York the opera house it deserves. You'll need to pick a team. One will be the winner.
Mrs. Russell is playing with matches. I shall take it very seriously.
Nothing stays the same forever.
We have a serious problem.
There are no guarantees in war. And that's what this is.
You're making a mistake.
You seem to have won the first battle.
I intend to win the war. Please.
Give a little timeline on Jake Browning and his career. What he did in high school, and I'll try to, just see the bottom line. 229 pass touchdowns in high school. Winning as quarterback in Pac-12 history at Washington. And then has been involved in 23 separate transactions in the NFL. Bouncing up and down and all over the place for the Vikings. And now the Bengals, and he's making his second straight start. 3rd down and 4. Browning has a man, Chase, one-handed grab for the first down. And Jamar Chase reminding everybody just how great he is for 17 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty good by Jamar Chase. He had the back underneath if he just wanted to take it right away with Mixon, but instead he goes outside, does a good job, and obviously Jamar Chase, one of the best receivers in all of football, makes a nice play on this ball that was thrown behind him.
Browning keeps, takes the bigger shot, and he's got Trenton Irwin. He had 2 receivers that were open. He took Irwin downfield for 24. An aggressive play call and throw for Jake Browning.
Yeah, they come right back off the play action and get him on the move. And this is some of the things that Jake Browning does well and that Zach Taylor wanted to implement into this game plan tonight. Nice route by Irwin. He's able to get in behind, and a good throw by Jake Browning. And it's those type of completions you start to get them, that you start to develop a little bit of a rhythm and gain some confidence.
He had Irv Smith underneath, but he took the bigger play and completed it. Browning cannot hook up with Tyler Boyd. And the first incompletion of the night, Boyd had a little room in front of him if they were able to connect.
Yeah, he did. And that's a tough one because it was an easy throw. You check it down and you pick up some pretty good yards and stay ahead of the chains. But to go back to, his career, especially in high school there in Folsom, California, to you mentioned over 220 touchdowns for his career. In high school, he was the Gatorade Player of the Year as a senior. That year alone, he threw 91 touchdown passes. 91 touchdown passes.
2nd and 10. Browning, he's got his tight end Hudson. And the big man rumbles inside the 20. These two have spent a lot of time together, throwing to each other practice after practice, and the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer good for 25.
Well, Tanner Hudson, this guy has really come alive here in the last 4 weeks, and what he's been able to do in the passing game. He's become a quarterback favorite. Runs a good route. Rayshon Jenkins is who misses him on the tackle. It's Andre Sisco who goes down and is still on the ground right now. But there's Rayshon Jenkins. He has an opportunity, just doesn't really, it's not much of a tackle effort. But Tanner Hudson, he has really become friendly to these quarterbacks, and they have found him over the last 4 games.
Sisco's able to get up and go to the sideline. When we talked to Zach Taylor about Hudson, obviously, you live this. You watch Jason Garrett and other backups of yours develop on-field relationship with different guys that they worked with during practice. I said, so now you got Tanner Hudson. He said, I'm telling you, Joe Burrow like Tanner Hudson, and if we had Burrow healthy right now, he too would be looking for Tanner Hudson because of the way he finds empty spots in a zone.
I think for an inexperienced quarterback like Jake Browning, that tight end position, I would expect to see a lot of balls going to Tanner Hudson tonight, because those are easier throws for a young player.
Here's another one. Pass is complete. And it'll set up 1st and goal as T. Higgins is welcomed back with a 14-yard completion.
Well, he sure is, and that's the things that T. Higgins can do. And when you've got a guy with his size that's running there on an inside breaking route, it's a really good job. And Browning, you see off the play fake, he immediately comes right off of it, knows where he's going with the football. An excellent job and a nice throw.
Throwing way more down the field on this possession than the first two. And then marched it down to the 6. And now Mixon still going. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
There's a better look at it as to whether or not his knee went down. I didn't think that it did. And knee's not down. It looks like a touchdown to me.
And it looks like a touchdown to the officiating crew.
The only thing is that right wrist, Joe, that, you know, everybody's looking at the knee. The right wrist is close.
The right wrist is close, but remember, Troy, the wrist is part of the hand, so he's up. 6 points confirmed.
Is that right? The wrist is part of the hand.
Yeah, it is.
That's how they look at it.
That's Joe Burrow. 92-yard touchdown drive. It was impressive. And Jake Browning getting the ball down the field. Wrist, hand, knees are up. Touchdown Mixon, his 5th of the year. We're tied at 7.
The NFL on TSN is brought to you in part by FanDuel, home of the same game parlay.
Hey, so I found a betting system that's really working great for me.
So did I. What's yours?
I set up an hour-a-week time limit on FanDuel. I can also set up wager limits, so I only bet what I can afford, and betting stays fun.
Right.
So what's your system?
What's that?
Your system. What's your system? What is that?
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours.
It's the Drive It Home holiday event at your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. 'Tis the season to be shopping with big discounts on our most popular models. Get 15% off MSRP on Ram Classic for up to $10,300 in discounts. Plus, get 4.99% financing. Or unwrap a Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, with up to 10% off MSRP for up to $8,700 in discounts. It's the most wonderful time of the year at the Drive It Home holiday event.
Salonpas, makers of effective pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
For the front row watchers, the couch coaches, and the serious snackers, huddle with your home team, M&M's for all.
Farrell now comes in along with Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram, in a lot of people's eyes, is a big wide receiver, but losing Christian Kirk is obviously a blow to this group. And now it looks like they're going to lean a little bit more than what they typically would on their 2 tight end package with Luke Farrell in the lineup.
They bring in an extra offensive lineman, Blake Hance. 3rd time they've done that already in this game, and ETN gets a first down with a 2-yard pickup. One interesting note in this game is that Brenton Strange, who's been playing really well, injured his foot late in the week, the 2nd-round pick from Penn State. So that man, Doug Peterson, had, I'm sure, a great moment with his son Josh, who's been on the practice squad. He's bounced around on practice squads and in camps with a couple of different teams. He's active for the first time in an NFL game. The first son to play for a gain of 4 on a carry by Dearness Johnson, and DJ Reader makes that stop.
Well, there's no doubt that's got to be pretty cool for those two. And you can only imagine what Doug Peterson might have said to Josh in the locker room before this game.
He's been on the practice squad or in camp with the 49ers, the Saints, the Chiefs. Played in the USFL for the Houston Gamblers, and now playing for his dad in Jacksonville and active. 2nd and 6. Spot where the block was being made, and the Bengals know that this one is coming back.
Holding. Offense number 0. That's a 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's Calvin Ridley who is guilty of the hold, and that wipes away a 13-yard catch and run.
Yeah, that was a good run too by Evan Ingram. This is a good call though by the official. You're going to see number 0 right there. He had a big hold and brings that back, but they almost didn't get that one off. They were rushed to get it snapped before the play clock had run down, but a good call there by the official.
Had a hold of Dax Hill. Dax Hill, Nick Scott, Jordan Battle trying to take the place of 2 really good safeties. No longer with the Bengals, and Jesse Bates and Von Bell. Here's Ingram trying to get that yardage back. He's able to get across the 40 and pick up 8.
Been impressed watching Evan Ingram and what he's been able to do and the ways he's able to take advantage of some of these looks you get when they try to cover him, because of the fact that he's got such good size and he can run exceptionally well. So he's good after the catch, as we just saw on that prior play that got called back. But you know, he's just another weapon that Trevor Lawrence has at his disposal. You lose one in Christian Kirk, a big one, but he's still got plenty of weapons to get the ball to.
Bengals came across. If it's against them, it'll make it 3rd down and 1.
Neutral zone infraction on a defense number 91. That's a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Trey Hendrickson was not alone. Cam Sample came across as well. So 3rd down and 1 now. A little bit easier as Hendrickson was trying to get a jump.
Well, I think that might have been a good penalty by Cincinnati, because they jump, I understand, but the way that they were aligned, that the Jags had 3 wide receivers to the field and they only had 2 defenders. You can see over here that they just were not going to be able to cover them all up, and I think that's where Lawrence was going to go with the football.
3rd down and 1. Lawrence, 2nd time tonight he's picked up a 1st down, plowing ahead behind his big center Luke Fortner, and over the right side with a 5-time Pro Bowl guard Brandon Sheriff.
Well, this offensive line, you got to give credit to general manager Trent Baalke in that they lose Cam Robinson last week, but Walker Little, who started the year at left tackle, had been playing left guard. He now kicks back out to left tackle. But why I say Trent Baalke is he made the trade for Ezra Cleveland with Minnesota, and now here's a veteran guy who's played a lot that steps in at guard.
Former 2nd-round pick. Handoff to ETN. He's got another 1st down for the Jaguars with just over 8 to play in the first half, a gain of 11.
It has been a while since ETN has seen a hole like this. So they're getting some pretty good movement, and you see the lane that he has. But this is a back who last year was averaging over 5 yards a carry, and this year he just has not had as much running room really throughout much of the year. But this is a Bengals defense that has struggled in run defense.
Dealing with a rib cartilage issue that surfaced last week in that win in Houston. Picks up 1. Was iffy during the week, but after missing his entire rookie year, he has not missed any since. 25th overall pick in 2021 out of Clemson. Played there with Trevor Lawrence, and last year was a top 10 running back with regard to rush yards. Number 8 in yards from scrimmage so far this season. 2nd and 9. Lawrence, Ridley, spinning catch, back shoulder throw, and a 1st down for Jacksonville. Gain of 20.
Oh man, this is so good. It's really the only place that Trevor Lawrence could put it. He's got safety help, and so he's playing tight coverage, but just put it on the back shoulder, and man, it doesn't get any better than this. You see the tight coverage there, and Ridley just able to adjust on the fly. Does an outstanding job.
Good drive now put together by the Jaguars. 10th play. First down at the 22. Quick throw. Ingram looking for blocks. Getting blocks. And his first touchdown of the year. We'll make sure he stayed in. And he did.
Yeah, he sure did. And that was really set up by the fact that he got two key blocks, one by Zay Jones, but the one that really sprung him was when they put ETN out there, and then he makes the key block that gets Ingram out on the edge and into the end zone.
Former first-round pick by the Giants. The only thing that held back Evan Ingram, a series of injuries. He's been healthy in Jacksonville. He's been their leading receiver in 2023. And this had to feel good. His first touchdown of the year. Jaguars back on top by 7.
Hey, Canada. Good friends, good barbecue, and good value live at Montana's. Like our 50-day aged steak, marinated for 8 hours and flame grilled to perfection. Get a 7-ounce sirloin, served with your choice of 2 sides and onion rings for only $24.99 every day. Want more? Come in now and raise the stakes when you add Canadian lobster to your turf for just $8. Try this and other surf favorites only for a limited time. So come on down, only at Montana's.
Lily, you know that shop? The one you've been dreaming of?
Before the factory.
This is gonna be the best chocolate shop the world has ever seen.
Before the Oompa Loompas.
I'm not going to let you out of my sight.
Wonka, only in theaters December 15th.
Bold. He's double espresso. This one's for the prize?
Intenso.
No. Cool. Definitely iced.
Nespresso. What else?
Don't forget me!
My blood sugar's pretty good right now. I go to the gym. I'll be fine.
Truth is, type 2 diabetes means a higher chance of stroke. Does your plan include reducing your stroke risk? Talk to your doctor.
Party time!
ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Walt Disney World Resort, the most magical place on earth. Progressive Insurance, the right call for your home and car. And by Burger King. Duval County teachers participating in the NFL Play 60 Fitnessgram project, given tickets to tonight's game courtesy of the Cooper Institute and the Jaguars. We thank them for encouraging students to be active and play 60 minutes each day.
Yeah, it's a great job that the NFL Play 60 Fitnessgram and the Cooper Institute being a big part of that, and all of these teachers and coaches that are there and showing these young kids how to be active and live a healthy lifestyle. It's fantastic.
Trevor Lawrence was 5 for 5 on that possession. Evan Ingram had 3 of the receptions, including the 22-yard score. And it's his first touchdown here in this stadium as a Jaguar. His touchdowns last season were all away from Everbank Stadium, and we go back to the touchdown.
Yeah, you see the job that Travis Etienne and then Zay Jones out there, and the job they do blocking that helps spring then Evan Ingram, particularly Etienne. Just